Which one do you like? Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
It is May 17th, and after I take you through a review of the account, I'm going to talk markets a little bit, and then the new Robinhood stock lending feature that they just activated. I got the message like literally 15 minutes ago. So don't be afraid. I will let you know what that's about. But let's go into the account here. This is my account. I had a pretty nice day today, up around $8,000, which is great, beating the market by quite a bit. I think it's mainly like a risk on day. A lot of relief rallies because of Jerome Powell's speech, and apparently I think most of us just priced in, so it's a little bit of a relief rally. It's kind of like one of those, sell the rumor, buy the fact, or vice versa type of deal. But here's the account. These are the option positions here at the top. I'm going to scroll down real quick. All the information you need is on there. I'm going to scroll through. You can pause the video player at any moment to try to find out exact details on everything that you are interested in. And moving on to these stocks here, the equity side. You have to take the equity numbers with a grain of salt, a really big one, because one, this account is margined out by quite a lot, and two, there are call options sold against a large number of these shares, so it's not really owning them per se. It's like half ownership, I guess. If the stock does run up a lot, I will not be participating in those gains. So, for example, let me tell you how this works in case you're not familiar. I have two 149 strike price call sold against 200 shares of Apple. Now, even though it says I have 745 at the moment here, let me see if you can see that. Yep. It says I own 745, but if Apple goes past $149, which it has, I'm not really participating in these extra dollars. So if it goes up to $200, that extra $50 per share will not be in my favor. It would just be whatever, just nothing, like I don't exist. Somebody else will be participating in that upside, whoever took the other side of my trade of selling those two call options. And to reflect that fact, you'll see that today's return is negative $182 because Apple went up. All right, so that's my little spiel here about the equity positions. But everything went up pretty substantially, beating the market by quite a wide margin today, which I'm very happy about. Chinese stocks went up. I think JD announced earnings, and they're going to be distributing a dividend of, let's say, 40 cents or something like that per share. I'm not exactly sure about the exact figure. Somebody was saying 63, but that might be per Hong Kong share. I really don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not that material in my mind. I mean, 250 shares, let's say it's 40 cents. It's like $100. I would probably have preferred for JD to keep that money and try to grow the business, but I'm not that upset because it shows that Chinese companies actually are willing to give money through this VIE, ADR structure that we have going on with these Chinese companies. So I'm not too upset about testing that and see if, because there was a theory out there that the Chinese actually don't want any money going out. They just want investors' money coming into the country, but they're not willing to distribute any money out of the earnings. And if indeed companies are starting to pay dividends, then it sheds, light on the whole. It shines the whole theory as false. Basically disproves the theory. That's the verbiage I was looking for. Okay, so stock landing. Don't be afraid of it. Just sign up right away and don't worry about it. You're going to get your shares back. There's nothing really to be afraid of. This isn't new. So Robinhood is not innovating here. There are many other brokerage houses that do this already and have done it for many years. One example is E-Trade. I have an E-Trade account as well, and that one has been giving me money for stocks that I own there for a very long time. It's not a crazy amount of cash. I gotta tell you up front right now, don't have huge hopes and expectations that this is gonna be a retirement plan here. Just lend out your stocks because there are a few things with that. Well, one, your stocks are not always gonna get lent out, and in fact, not everybody wants to borrow your stocks. Why do they borrow the stocks, you ask? Well, because some people want to sell them into the open market. They want to short the stock, right? So they have to pay rental fees basically to you if they borrow your stocks. Traditionally, they borrow them from brokerage houses and things like that, but nowadays they're trying to kind of not decentralize, but democratize that lending process. And so we benefit from it, and it's great. I think it's fantastic. So don't be afraid of it. Sign up for it. I'll show you what the tab looks like here. You go into your account and then stock lending, and there you go. I just activated it. You can do the same thing on the app as well. Now it says 00, and it's going to say 00 for quite some time because I have a margin account, and margin accounts are excluded from the ability to lend out stocks. So even though I have a lot of stocks, I can't lend them out with my margin account. So that's one rule that you got to be aware of. Don't expect any lending to be happening. Number two, something you need to know is that this lending, you can't really choose if somebody is going to, pull shares out of your account and borrow them. That kind of happens automatically. You're just going to have to trust, Robinhood's algorithm, your brokerage house's algorithm, in order to figure out which stocks are going to get lent out and which are not. Just to give you some point of reference, on my E-Trade account, my most speculative stocks used to get lent out the most. So we're talking like uranium, like niche uranium stocks and things like that. They used to get borrowed quite a bit, and I used to get paid, a few cents here, a few cents there, a few dollars here. But in general, I just want to let you know, it's not that much money. You're gonna, let's say you have $100,000 account, you might get like $10-15 a month, maybe, if people choose to, borrow your shares. And they don't borrow them for a long period of time. It's not like they sit on it. People short stocks for a few days, maybe a few weeks at a time, but sometimes even for just a day. And because, the fees stack up, especially if they borrow lots of shares. So don't expect that to be your new revenue stream. But you should turn it on because anything helps. If you have an unleveraged account, which, most of us should, then you could be earning some extra cash. I mean, if you have, $200,000-$300,000 already in an account, then that could be, an extra chunk of change that you could use to either reinvest or spend or do whatever you want with it. Or you can just keep as cash, and Robinhood will pay you now, I think 1%, is it? At the moment, the rate's 1%, but it changes with the, with the federal rate. So that, you could be earning some money. So don't be afraid of that. Okay, so what's new? Let's compare the accounts to the performance of the SPY. So today, SPY was up. SPY is basically an ETF that tracks the S&P 500 index, more or less. So SPY was up 2.12%. I was up 5.16. Over the course of 1 week, I'm up 4.76% versus the SPY up only 2.64. I'm also beating the SPY on the 1 month chart. So it's down 6.67%, whereas I'm down only 2.9, but the market's beating me in 3 month chart. So I'm down 13% here, whereas SPY is down not 13, but only 7.8. So much more stable. I'm swinging a lot higher on the upsides and swinging a lot lower on the downsides, which is to be expected since I'm margined out, right? I'm leveraged. On the 1-year chart, I think I might be winning on the 1-year chart though. Market's down 1.64 and I'm up 14.55, so killing it on the 1-year chart when it comes to that comparison. However, I'm really worried about the 3 months here because I've closed out my year, right? So I want the next year to be, for me to be able to beat the market. So that year over year on January 1st or December 31st is what matters the most to me from a personal, like, goal accomplishing standpoint. So if you have any questions, by the way, on stock landing or anything about your Robinhood account or something that you don't understand, feel free to ask in the comments. Either I'll make a video about it and I'll answer the question, or somebody else reading the comments will answer the question. So, help each other get educated about all these issues. Like, don't be shy about asking anything. Or if you have something that you want to ask me about the account, about trading, about options, about investing, account balance, account construction, risk tolerance, anything that you think is pertinent to where you're at right now with your investment journey. We're out here to help each other, so don't be shy about it. Man, this is a huge list of options. Oh, by the way, I do have 2 uranium energy fuel puts, and they've lost me some money, but looks like I'll be collecting 200 shares of UUU again, buying it at a very overpriced level. That's a big mistake here of mine. I'm trying to buy it at $9. It's $6.55 right now. It's had quite the drop. It was $10.70, but anyway, uranium might still go up. I'm not sure about how it's gonna develop, but I'm guessing there's gonna be some kind of rebound again, at least to the maybe, let's say, $850 level, at which I'm probably gonna exit. I don't know if my read on uranium is that I don't have that confident read on uranium anymore. So I prefer to just kind of stay out of the game, at least for now. If it gets really cheap down to like this, $1 level again, $2 level, then I'll probably load up the boat again. But as it stands right now, I'm a little bit afraid of these prices. I dipped my toes in, and so far I'm getting burned, and I'm looking to exit. Luckily, it's not a big position. Anyway, so if you have any questions or comments about this, stock landing or anything like that, let me know. All right, that's it for now in this episode. I might make another video today about something else. We'll see. So stay tuned. Peace out.